All right, so welcome to the Ash Cash Show every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you go to the ashcashshow.com to subscribe to our podcast. Please go to ashcashtv.com to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you are back, then welcome back. And so, I'm excited. Today's a great day. I got my shades on, so if you're watching live, you see I got my shades on. I got my black powered shirt. You know what I'm saying? I got my XL. You know what I mean? Fitting snug. You know what I'm saying? So I was offline. I was talking to my IG fam, and I was telling them that I've officially burned the bridge, right? And so, I talk about my weight release. So here, I'm gonna tell you something that's different, right? That of this new time, this 2020 time, right? Is that this is the first time I'm being like fully transparent, because a lot of times I would set goals for myself and then I would just keep them between myself, I'll be honest, so that way if I fall back on them, I'll be the only one that holds myself accountable, right? Like I didn't really want I really didn't want other people to hold me accountable, not because I didn't want the accountability, and not even from like a arrogant space, but I always felt like, I'm the only person that can hold myself accountable. Like I don't need nobody's help to keep me accountable, right? And which is still the case, right? I still kind of have that, right? But I do understand the power of the mastermind, right? And so when you talk about the power of the mastermind, y'all know I'm a big fan of Think and Grow Rich. And when you think about the power of the mastermind says that when there's one or two minds that are put together, they wind up creating a more powerful mind, right? And when I think about the power of the mastermind, I think about accountability from a perspective of saying that not only am I going to hold myself accountable, but you know what? If I want my life truly, right? If I truly want my life to be a demonstration to others, like that's what I say. I say that all the time. I say, I want to demonstrate to others. I want to demonstrate to others that whatever you put your mind to, it can happen. You know what I mean? And if that's my truth, right? If that's my truth, why am I afraid to share my dreams, my goals with people prior to achieving them, if I believe that what I put my mind to is going to happen? In the past, and I'm not telling everybody to do this, because you got to be in a certain space in order to do that. But in the past, I wouldn't really talk about my goals or whatever, because for whatever reasons, if I didn't, I wouldn't talk about them, because I thought about, I think about energy, and I'm like, people could, energy is still real, right? So I'm not saying energy is not real. Energy is real. And so if you put too much, I'm not going to put everything out there, but there's some things if you put out there, the wrong energy could potentially, mess your thing up. But the wrong energy could mess your thing up if you don't believe strong enough. So let me just say that. And so this is the first time I've been fully transparent as far as like, as I'm going through certain things, I'm like putting it out there. So the first thing, y'all fast shout to my black powered shirt. That's why I got the shades on. But the first thing is this weight release, this weight release journey that I'm on, right? And so, like I told y'all before, I released 65 pounds between my birthday, November 9th, 2019, and now. And I've officially got rid of, or I am officially, like I actually made up my mind today, but I'm officially getting rid of any numbers after the XL. You know what I'm saying? So like I used to wear 3X, got down to a 2X, and then now the shirt that I have on is an XL. And I've been buying XL shirts, slowly but surely, supporting black businesses, supporting, brands and things of that nature. And so I've been getting rid of my XL, my XL shirts, or I've been buying XL shirts. And so now my goal is to get rid of my 2XL. I think I might have some 3X left or whatever. But my goal is to get rid of those. I'm going to donate them to Goodwill. But if somebody knows someone, honestly, I don't even want to, I don't want you to know somebody that wears a 3X and 2X, because they should be joining the Flip My Weight Challenge, with me. You know what I'm saying? So we could get you out of that 2X, that 3X. You know what I'm saying? But if you know somebody who's a 3X, 2X, and they need some clothes or whatever, hit me on a DM. You know, it'll be my pleasure to send them out. If not, then I'll send them to Goodwill. But yeah, so you know, so that's number one. Number two, I've been excited about this Mailbox Money Academy. You know, definitely check it out. If you aren't part of the gang, please, you know, take a look and potentially join. If you applied and got a response, and you felt like it wasn't for you, look out for an email. I'm gonna send out an updated email with exclusive access to the mastermind that we did with Maria Moore. Because I thought that was powerful. A lot of the people in the group thought it was powerful. Just to kind of give you like an inside taste of what, you know, potentially what you're going to have. I'm excited. Excuse me. I'm excited because I've confirmed our guest for not this Thursday, because she wasn't available this Thursday, but she is available next Thursday. So I'm still trying to see if I can find somebody for this Thursday. So if I find somebody for this Thursday, because I want to make sure it's the right person. I have two people in mind. I'm gonna reach out to them, see what their schedule's like. But I have two people in mind. I'm gonna reach out to them and see if they down. But I'm gonna have, you know, I'm gonna have them, you know, talk to the group. But I'm excited. I'm excited about the person that we have going to be talking to us next Thursday, because she is a powerhouse. Like she's actually like, I learned a lot from her. You know what I'm saying? A lot of how I was able to, you know, triple my income as it relates to digital items, you know, really came from her guidance. And, you know, she's like a friend of mine. Like we're not even like a friend of mine. She's a friend of mine. That's my sister. We talk, you know, we talk offline, you know, and she's really been very, very instrumental, you know, behind a lot of other brands too, right? So there's a lot of brands out there that are killing it in the, you know, in the social, you know, digital product space. And, you know, her wisdom is super, super dope. So I'm excited. So I got her confirmed for next, I won't tell you who it is, but I got her confirmed for next Thursday. So if you are part of the Mailbox Money Academy, then you will, I'm talking about you will be blessed by hearing her story. And then, you know, I'll leave it open, 15-minute question and answer, so you can ask whatever questions you want. And so, you know, I've spoken to her as well about, you know, some of my personal goals. So I'm at a space where I'm watching, you know, my colleagues and my friends do 6 figures a month. And so I want to aggressively do the same. Not even aggressively, right? Because it's just, if you believe you could do it, you can believe you could do it. And so I'm even putting that on Front Street. Not here, but you know, my Mailbox Money Academy folks know that I was talking numbers with them inside the group. And so I'm even challenging myself and put myself on Front Street to the group. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're gonna, you know, it's gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna give y'all all the tools, tips, everything that you need. If you don't reach your income goals while you're in the Mailbox Money Academy, that's just because you wasn't really following step by step what we're doing, right? Because at the end of the day, making money is a science. And you know, that's what I want us to focus on is the science of making money. All right, let me take these off. Yo, man, that melanin be, cause my fault, y'all, because it's like when you had the shades on, right? Everything you see is dark, right? Like it's shaded. You know what I'm saying? Everything you see is shaded when you got the shades on. Then you take it off, and black powered be like the melanin be different, different. My bad, y'all. It was like a shock. You know what I'm saying? Like I had the glasses off, and I took them off, and I was like, oh, blackity black. Like that's the melanin. Like that melanin be popping. Like whoa line. All right, let me go. Let me go to today's inspirational word of the day. And so today's inspirational word of the day comes by Sandy Guru, and I posted this earlier on my Instagram and my Facebook. And it says you cannot suffer the past or future because they do not exist, right? What you are suffering is your memory and your imagination. I think that's powerful. And I'll be honest with you. I have also not, I suffer from this as well, right? It's a challenge for me as well, because at the end of the day, right, if you think about it, and I say this all the time, right? If you think about it, the only thing that you have is right now. You don't have nothing else. The only coin that you have is right now, is today, right? And a lot of times, it's we want to dream, we want to talk about the future, and so sometimes we live in the future. Sometimes we're so excited about what's gonna potentially happen in the future that we live in the future, right? And then even the past, right? They say if you don't know your past, you're bound to restart it, right? And so even as it relates to the past, a lot of times we live in the past so long, and we get out, we suffer, right? We suffer if there's things, if there's mistakes, if there's things that we would have done differently, all that stuff. When we think about those things too much in the past, we suffer. You know what I'm saying? And then when we think about the future and how it's potentially going to be, if it's, we could suffer, right? And so I love this, right? Because it says you cannot suffer the past or the future because they do not exist, right? The past doesn't exist. Like, there's no way, once something is done, it's done, right? You can't relive it. You know what I'm saying? Like, once it's done, it's done. And even if you try to relive something, you're reliving it from a new perspective. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even the past no more. And then in the future doesn't exist either, because even when, today comes, or when tomorrow comes, it's today again. You know what I'm saying? And so you really can't live in the future either. And so you can't suffer the past or the future because they do not exist. What you're suffering is your memory and your imagination. And so, you may need to have convenient amnesia as it relates to past things that you don't like. And you may need to stop using your imagination in a way that is making you feel bad, because you make up the stories in your head. And I don't care what you make up, the future will be what it's going to be based on what you do today, period. You can think about the future all you want. But at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, you will not have a perfect future if you don't focus on your today and make today the best that you could possibly make it, period. And so if you want to suffer because of your imagination, because of your memory, then by all means, but just understand that you're doing that. It's not something that is actually happening, right? Like, you're doing it. You're allowing yourself to live in two spaces that don't even exist. You're allowing yourself to live in two spaces that don't even exist, and because you're doing that, that's why you're suffering. If you take it day-tight compartments. You live in day-tight compartments, and every single day, enjoy what's in front of your face. Enjoy what's in front of your face, right? Iris Palmer, fast shout to Iris. Salute from San Diego on the West Coast. She says, live every day to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? Scott Randall says, as a man thinketh, so he becomes, right? That's a fact. That's a fact. Fast shout to Karen. I was saying her name wrong. So Karen says, seriously speaking to me. Now, big facts to that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I think we all need it. I've been, I think as of recent, there's many a times that I'm too far in the future and I get anxious, like, oh my God, too far in the future. And sometimes I'm going back in my memory. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm going back in my memory, I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? I should have did this. I should have done that. None of those things exist. So I'm driving myself, into suffrage for no reason, because my everyday life, like my today life is awesome. Today. Like if I don't think about what could potentially happen tomorrow, right? The life that I live today is dope. You know what I'm saying? You know? And so the young poppy said it's hard when you want more though. Here's a secret. I'm gonna tell you my guy A.V. Smith. I'm gonna tell you the secret to that though. It's not hard. It's hard if we say it's hard. But let me tell you the secret. The secret to wanting more and getting more is actually be content with what you got right now. Right? And I'll use this as an example. Imagine the world is a all you can eat buffet, right? And it's an all you can eat buffet. What is that? I'm heading to YouTube because want that surround sounds. Salute. V good energy. Right? Imagine life is a all you can eat buffet, right? Which means what? Which means you can have all you can eat. You can have all you can eat, but you have to be able to, if you take something and you have it on your plate, you have to be able to finish your plate first before you get up and ask for seconds, right? The great thing about the all you can eat buffet is that if you get up and you eat something that isn't that you didn't like, you could throw it away, and you could refill your plate with whatever you actually want. But regardless of the fact, the point of putting things on your plate is so that you can eat, right? And so when you want more, wanting more and focusing on more while you have food on your plate is counterproductive, because you can't even take the more because you haven't even shown what you're doing with what you already have on your plate, right? And so I want us to think about that, right? Is that finish your breakfast, right? Like right now, today, you are blessed, man. Like when I tell y'all, so salute to my guy, right? When I tell y'all, I'm always inundated, like not inundated, but I'm always I love the fact that, let me see if I can find this. I love the fact that I am able to bless people. I'll be honest. Like I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. I love it when people I'm able to impact people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like I said, I really feel like, my purpose in life, like God put me on this earth to really help. You know what I'm saying? To really help people, and so for me, when I get messages from people who say, yo, if it wasn't for you, or this is that, or you helped me with this or whatever, that makes me, that makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? And so I could, in all honesty, be unsatisfied with who I am today. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be unsatisfied with who I am today. And because I'm unsatisfied with that guy, I try to be something else, right? I try to be something else. And while I'm being something else, I'm not being my true being, right? And then because I'm not being my true being, I'm not blessing people the way I need to bless them. And so now I'm really not living out my purpose. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, there's tons of stuff that I want. I got a whole vision board of stuff that I want more of. But imagine if I focused on those things and not focusing on, being myself 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like if I wasn't, at a space where I was, imagine if I wasn't at a space where I could help, right? So fast shout to my guy Grind and Motivate _apparel, right? And so, my guy did my guy Derek J. Morales did 11 years in prison. You know what I'm saying? So he did 11 years in prison. Changed his life around. He's from Vegas. Started a food company. And he's been doing well. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been doing well with his restaurant. And then now he's going into apparel. And he posted something this morning. You know what I'm saying? Posted something this morning in which he was, just kind of showing like, yo, this is where I came from. This is where I'm going, right? And so I've always been inspired by his story. He and I have talked back and forth in the DM. And so I was just like, yo, salute, King. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love what you're doing. Keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, I appreciate that coming from you. Your Nipsey Hussle book changed my life on many aspects, right? And that touched me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that touched me. And I replied. I was like, yo, appreciate you, my G. Looking forward to seeing your continued greatness, right? And I'm going to tell you why that touched me, because to that point, that I'm going to tell y'all again, is imagine, right, like I allow, like me writing the Nipsey Hussle book, I've been had the idea, I never pursued it. While Nipsey was alive, I had the idea, I never pursued it. And so imagine, and I got a lot of backlash when I wrote it, but imagine if I didn't, and he's not the first person, right? Like, he's not the first person that has said that. My guy Heck, the other day came through and was, had somebody who randomly was reading the book and was like, yo, this book changed my life. And he was like, yo, that's my man. And he FaceTimed us, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, I feel like, yo, imagine if I didn't put that in, put my true self out there now, that I waited to put my true self out, I wouldn't be blessing people the way I bless people. And the secret to getting more is that as you bless people and be grateful for who you are right now, that's when the blessings start pouring in, yo. I've never, and so here's why I can say this with all certainty, right? I've done both. I've been at a space where I was so focused on the future that I wasn't honoring my now. And I might have gotten some temporary gains or some temporary blessings, but they never lasted long. And then I've been in spaces where, I've honored my true self now and just went in honoring my true self now. And I've always gotten tenfold. Like, I've always gotten more than I gave. And so I can say that with all certainty, that when you get to a space where, you are literally being your best self, that is the way that you will maximize your future. That's how you're going to get more in the future, by just appreciating what you got now, right? You sit at the table with a food, with food, right? Your plate is full right now, and you haven't even eaten the food, and you already looking at the buffet. That food ain't going nowhere. It's all you can eat. The food ain't going nowhere. So even when you finish your plate, even if you're looking at the buffet, you're like, oh my God, this food is gonna be gone. No, it's all you can eat. They're going to replenish it, right? And so that's the thing. You don't have to look too far in the future. Like, whatever your dream is, whatever you said that you was gonna do, like ain't no money shortage. Ain't no blessing shortages. Ain't no shortages whatsoever. If you believe in the power of your higher power, then like, whether it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever, honor your now. And once you finish what you got on your plate, like that's what I've been on all year. Finish your breakfast. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right, Young Poppy, salute. Preach, man, salute. Michelle Young says, watching you and watch you talk about really got me grinding, like hustling really hard. Thanks for all you do and share. Nah, salute. I appreciate you. Like, that means a lot to me. Because, like, yeah, for sure. Like I honestly, I just want to be a demonstration. That's all. I just want to be a demonstration. And the one thing I did. So when I was in the corporate world, and I was running banks, the reason why I always had the best teams was because I was always willing to do what I asked of my people to do. I never, and anybody who worked for me before in the past could tell you, I never told you to do something that I didn't do. Right? So, like, I prime example, I remember we me and my team, we had opened a new branch for Chase in Co-op City, right? And I bought some of the tellers that I worked with in the past or whatever, and I was a teller before back in the day. And so I'm telling them, I'm like, yo, y'all too slow. Y'all mad slow. And they would look at me like, yo, you bugging, B. Like, you can't do it. I'm like, yo, y'all slow. So do you believe, right, that 10 years removed, at this point, I hadn't been a teller in 10 years, right? Yo, I told my assistant manager, I said, yo, give me a box. Give me a teller box. And I challenged my tellers to see who could take the most clients. And so I literally was like busting it out. Oh, who's next? Who's next? No mistakes, not short, everything down to the penny, right? And what did that do? As the leader, right? As the leader, I said, yo, I'm not telling you to do this because I'm just sitting there telling you to do it. I'm telling you because it's possible. And to prove to you that it's possible, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, like, that's where I'm at, right? Like, anything I'm telling y'all to do, that's why I want my life to be a demonstration. Anything that I'm telling y'all to do, yo, I'm telling y'all to do it because I'm doing it. I'm not preaching nothing that is a theory. There's a lot of people on social media that does that. And God bless y'all, right? There are a lot of people who read a book, right? And then think that they know the ways, and then they start teaching it. But I promise you that there's something more than just knowledge, right? There's the application of knowledge. And so for me, I'm teaching y'all what I know, what I'm doing, and I want to be that demonstration. So salute. All right. The real Scott Randall says that dialogue we had in the DM really showed me a different side of you. I appreciate that. Nah, salute. You know what I'm saying? Salute. You know what I'm saying? So like I answered my DM. So me and Scott Randall, definitely had a conversation in the DM. And I promise to give you me, the real me. Like I will not run from who I am, because that's all I know how to be. You know what I'm saying? And my belief systems are my belief systems. I don't try to make nobody believe what I believe. I'm not trying to convince you to believe what I believe. I'm just giving you the information. If it sits well with your spirit, then take it. If it doesn't, then, you know what I'm saying? You authentic. That's what separates you, big bro. I appreciate you. My guy Reek. What up, Reek? 444 is one of the most in-depth books out. Salute, King. My guy Reek, man. We used to do the Kobe and Shaq, man. Salute. All right, let's see. My mom said she is still waiting for your response to her question, Mr. Cash. Did I Lily? Who's your mom? Lily's making bracelets for you. Who's your mom? Because I thought please let me, if I didn't answer, I have to answer. I could definitely say Ash is the real deal. He got back to me so promptly and is very responsive. I have DM him as well. Yeah. So Lily's making bracelets for you. Let me know who your boss is, because I do be answering. Oh yeah, I'll answer. I'm gonna answer. So here's the thing, right? I'll answer her. I'm gonna do that as soon as I get out. As soon as I get off the show, I'm gonna answer. I just got a voice recorder. So that's the thing. Like sometimes, if it's like in depth, so if it's like a long, I gotta think about it. I gotta do research kind of thing. So her question isn't as simple, and so, but I am gonna answer it as soon as we get out. I'm gonna do a voice record because it's easier for me to answer via voice record. But Lily's making bracelets for you. Salute to you. Salute. Cleaning for you. Salute, man. You got the mama and daughter in the building. You know what I mean? So salute. All right. So let's go into the news for the day. What time is it? All right, so we still got some time. All right, so in market updates, NASDAQ was down 0.81%. S&P 500 was up 0.17%. Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 0.60%. Gold was up 1.35%. 10-year Treasury was down 0.9%, and the oil was down 2.33%. Come on, you want to come on camera? So oil was down. Oil was down. Yes, sir. I'm live, sir.
What's so funny?
I was talking about me. Give me a second. Oil was down. Oil was down. Oil was up 2.33%. All right. So, COVID-19 updates. At the White House, President Trump said that the pandemic will get worse before it gets better, and encourage Americans to wear masks. So definitely, I'm seeing a lot of people switching their tunes. This thing is serious. So let's definitely stay focused and take precaution. Let's definitely do that. All right, cool. Stock futures under pressure from the U.S.-China tensions early onslaught. So U.S. stock futures fell in early trading this morning amid a renewed U.S.-China tension and ahead of major technology earnings from Microsoft and Tesla after the closing bell. So Dow futures pointed to an opening loss of 100 points. Futures also implied a lower open for the S&P 500 and NASDAQ. Should have been, yeah. So Karin says his speech last night is what he should have said 4 months ago. Yeah, I'm gonna check out the speech. I didn't see the speech yet, but I'm gonna definitely check that out. In other news, United Airlines loses $1.6 billion in second quarter, but expects to further lower cash burn. So United Airlines on Tuesday said it lost $1.63 billion during the second quarter, driven by a plunge in air travel demand because of the coronavirus pandemic. During the same quarter last year, posted a $1.5 billion profit. And so airlines are losing. Revenue plunged from $1.4 billion in 3 months and ended June 30th, an 87% drop from $11.4 billion during the same time last year. Let me see. So not sure if you covered this, but New York and company filed for bankruptcy, getting bad. I didn't see that. But yeah. I mean, economy. I mean, honestly, retail is doing bad. Tech is doing well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, think about what the coronavirus is doing. Coronavirus is killing anything that is not, this is why I'm telling y'all with Mailbox Money Academy. I'm like, yo, y'all need to learn this digital game. You know what I'm saying? Because when you think about the digital game, that's where it's at right now. Right? The digital game is where it's at right now, because think about all the companies that are doing well. It's all tech, right? Zoom, Facebook, all these, Amazon, right? All these tech companies are doing well because, with a pandemic where people are scared to go outside and people are going, you know what I'm saying? Like, retail stores are not, are not going to do as well. I got to look into Gap too, because I wonder, if Gap stock went up. I would love to look at their online presence. Like what have they shifted in order for their stock to go up? You know what I'm saying? So Trump orders Census not to count undocumented immigrants for awarding congressional seats. So President Trump issued a directive Tuesday instructing the U.S. Census Bureau to not count undocumented immigrants for the purposes of supporting seats in the House of Representatives, targeting states like California, Texas, and New York with the large communities of residents who lack a legal immigration status. He said the Kanye effect, which is Gap. Yeah, that could be, that could be it. Mr. Trump's authority to exclude unauthorized immigrants from the calculations made after each census to determine how many representatives each state should have in Congress is unclear, and Tuesday's order is expected to face court challenges if enacted. However, the policy could have seismic political impact, as states can gain or lose seats in the House every 10 years after the census, depending on how their populations compare to others. So let's see. So banking committees say, I saw this where the Senate Banking Committee approved Donald Trump's nominee, Judy Shelton, to the Federal Reserve's Board of Governors. And so Shelton got the green light by a 13-12 vote. And then three of the committee's Republicans have previously expressed doubts about Shelton. And so a couple of things why that's even important is because she definitely has some unorthodox views, right? And so the unorthodox views as far as like making gold a standard, is taking the money back to gold as being a standard. She's not against the separation of the Fed and the government, which is kind of dicey because that allows the government to have control of the money supply, which is, which might need that, might need that separation. So we'll keep our eyes on that. And then lastly, tonight, versus stream battle. The versus battle between DMX and Snoop Dogg is going down tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The platform has a partnership with Apple. And so, the head-to-head music battle versus they've gotten many of us through the lockdown since Timbaland and Swizz Beatz inaugurated duels in March. The creators have discussed the possibility of bringing the entertaining showdown to a platform even bigger than social media sites, and now fans can stream Verzuz on Apple Music and Beats One. According to press releases obtained by The Root, fans will be able to watch the battles in real time on Verzuz, Instagram page, Apple Music, and Beats One. So that's exciting news. I'm sorry I keep sniffling because I got this mucus in my system still, but I'm taking my apple cider vinegar ASAP. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going DMX all day. You know what I mean? Salute to Snoop Dogg. But I think you know what I'm saying? I think my Dark Man X got it. You know what I'm saying? All right, the Dogg versus the Dogg. I love Snoop too, but I got DMX. Yeah, X is the guy. Pamper Therapy says I take black seed oil every day though. I do. I take black seed oil every day. I just need to do that ACV so I could get right. I agree. He doesn't. He does number. But I'm from the BX, so go to. I love DMX. Yep. All right. So now I'm opening it up for any questions. If you guys have any questions, please, answer or ask your questions. Flo Coolest says Snoop Dogg is going to kill him. You probably from the West Coast, Flo, because you can't possibly believe that. Snoop. I think Snoop is a legend. But Snoop does not have more hits than my guy DMX. Bar for bar, he gonna bar him down. Like he gonna bar him down. I don't know if y'all listen to his albums. Like X is like bar for bar. Like he's a problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm with DMX. That's my dog. Oh, now you from ATL? ATL? You think that Snoop is gonna kill X? Man, Flo Coolest. We gonna see. I'm going to be on there, so I'm going to see. We're going to see. Because I don't know. Like, Snoop, bar for bar, and from I don't know. We're going to see. You know what I mean? Because, I've been wrong before. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's open it up. Let's open it up for any questions that you guys may have. AUE Lock says, can you please explain stocks and how they pay dividends? How does it work? Okay, great question. Okay, so stocks are ownership of a company, right? And so let's say, for instance, I start a company called AUE Locks Incorporated, right? And so I have a company called AUE Locks, and I want to raise money for my company. And so what I do is I do what's called an initial public offering, which means that I will offer this company to the public, right? It's my first time initiating that. And so I say, you know what? I want to raise $1 million. And so I'm going to sell a million stocks, right? I'm going to sell 1 million shares of my company for $1 a piece to raise my $1 million, right? Sometimes, to retain ownership of your own company, then when you do your initial public offering, you buy a certain number of shares to make sure that you don't give away your company, right? And so now you have these shares or whatever, and then whatever's out to the public is what the public is buying. But the public decides what your company is worth. And so some people might say, yo, yeah, I think it's worth $1 a share. Or some people might say, nah, you bugging. Yo, AUE locks? Nah, that's worth $3 a share. Or some people might be like, nah, there's no way I'm giving $1. I give 50 cents, right? So the public decides that. So that's why shares go up and down. So now, once shares are out there, you now have the ability to trade your stocks, right? So now you have these shares. You can trade them all you want. Start trading them. And as you trade them, again, the public decides what it's worth, right? And so if there's good news about AUE locks, they might be like, yo, you heard what they about to do? Yo, let's buy some more stocks. And as it, supply and demand, as it gets more popular, people start buying it more and more and more. That drives the price up. As people talk ish about the company, right? Be like, oh, yo, you heard what she did, what the company did? Nah, we selling it. And they start dumping stocks, and then now the stocks go down. Sometimes, in order to entice people to buy stock, they might say, yo, I'm going to start giving away a dividend. And a dividend is once, the company goes through a quarter of earnings, based on the profit, they'll decide to give a certain percentage away to the shareholders, right, which are technically the owners of the company. And so let's say, for instance, AUE Locks had a great quarter, and in order to entice people to buy the stock, we say, yo, in order to, buy the stock, we're giving a 10% dividend. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, oh, word, I could put my money in there and I'll get money back, right? Because normally with stocks, the only way your money grows is by realizing the gains. Meaning that if I bought AUE Locks at $1 a share and it rises to $3 a share, then my worth just tripled. But I don't really realize the gain until I sell it. So if I sell the stock, that's how I get my money. But if I never sell it, I never realize that gain. So dividends is a way to say, yo, you don't have to sell me to realize your gain. I'll just give you money every time we're profitable. And so that's what that's how dividends work. Hopefully I answered that. All right. Let's see. Styles Lewis says, do you think an entrepreneur, new or old, should get this loan they are offering, PPP or EIDL? It's funny because I had, salute to my client. I had a client call yesterday with somebody that was able to get the loan, right? So here's the difference, right? So with the PPP loan, it's forgivable, right? So it's like it can almost serve as a grant, right? So if you get the paycheck protection grant, it's literally free money, right? And so I would say to anybody, if you qualify for it, then I would go with the PPP first, right? I would definitely go with the PPP first because with the PPP, it actually allows you, if you follow the rules in the loan, it allows you to use it, and not have to pay it back. With the EIDL, it's not forgivable, and you have to use it in the ways that they say you have to use it. But I would say for both, whether you're a new entrepreneur or an old entrepreneur, look into it because one is free money, two, it's a low interest loan, right? And if you could use that money to make money, then I would say why not? Right? Like if somebody gives you 10,000, 20,000, right, and you could use that money to make more money, then why not? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say, Styles. Appreciate the question. All right. What other questions y'all got for me today? Make sure y'all go to mailboxmoneyacademy.com. Apply for Mailbox Money Academy. Definitely. Yeah, definitely a great program. Um, can I get the loan without? Can I get that loan without a EID? I'm thinking you say EIN. Yeah, I'm thinking you're saying EIN, and they do provide it to sole proprietorships. So I don't think you need an EIN. But you just gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? You gotta use it for what you say you're gonna use it for. Yeah, Styles is like there are so many rules with the EIDL. There's a lot of rules with the EIDL. So that's why I would recommend that if you are gonna take the money, make sure you're using it for what you say you're gonna use it for. Because they are cracking down too. Right? There's gonna be a lot of fraud going out there, so they are gonna be cracking down. So be careful. Cleaning for You says my friend got $100,000 from the SBA and then passed away. Wow, 2 weeks ago. Devastating. He will never open his juice spot. Wow, sorry to hear that. Rest in peace. Michelle says thanks for the answer on the loans. Gonna check them out today. That was a good question. Not for sure, for sure. Spoiled Brat, have a good day. Be awesome. Salute, salute. Spoiled Brat, appreciate you for always rocking with us. Your commitment, your consistency. We appreciate you. All right, I don't think I got any more questions. We about to wrap this thing up. 9 a.m. strong. Yeah, we about to wrap this thing up. But I appreciate y'all. I'm late getting on. Dang. Yo, you gotta wake up. 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Yo, Martha Farrow, 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Iris says, have you considered a lady style for your shirts with a V-neck so those of us full-figured girls have more space? Now, that's a fact. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that for sure. What's the difference between the massacre and the what? The massacre? What do you mean the massacre? Massacre. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, NASDAQ. I'm like, massacre? Yo, I was about to say, what's the difference between the massacre and the Dow Jones? Man, Uncle Rick, thanks for all you do, brother. Nah, I appreciate you, King. I'm about to say, I'm saying massacre. What's the difference between a massacre? What's the difference between NASDAQ and Dow Jones? It's really between what they report on, like what type of companies that comprise of the two, right? And so with like the NASDAQ, so you got the NASDAQ, you got the Dow Jones Industrial Average, you have the S&P 500, and all of these are they report on different sectors, and so like the NASDAQ is mainly tech stocks, and so it's like all of your informational technology companies is what the NASDAQ is full of, and then you have the Dow Jones, and you have like S&P 500 is comprised of the top the top 500 companies, right? And so the S&P 500 is the top 500 companies, and then you have the Dow, which is large companies, right? So they're large companies that are on the stock exchanges. So each of them have a different group of companies that make them who they are. And so so NASDAQ is technology, S&P 500 top 500 companies, Dow Jones are like large blue chip kind of companies. Let's see. AJ, I'm still on the show. I'm about to cancel in a second, sir. Not much depending on the day. Are we listening to the Ash Cash show during working out? Cleaning for You says no. I mean, so my goal when we do the Flip My Weight challenge, it's gonna be. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna be working out too, so I can't work out during the Ash Cash show. So we're probably gonna have to do it earlier. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wake up early, and I'm gonna work out earlier before the show. But then also, I haven't asked Mel yet, but I want him to do like live workouts. And so I'm hoping like maybe like noon time. I don't know. I don't know what everybody's situation is. But yeah, I think that doing like a daily workout together is going to be good as well. So I'll find out from Mel and see what we could do there. All right, y'all. I think this is it. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me Monday through Friday. The daily. I don't know why I keep saying daily word. Monday through Friday, the Ash Cash Show. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you go to ashcashshow.com to subscribe to our podcast. Please go to ashcashtv.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I appreciate y'all. So August 1st, I'll have probably next week. I'll have everything for the for the workout challenge. It's called Flip My Weight Challenge with my guy Mel, and so we'll have that rocking soon. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Make sure you go to mailboxmoneyacademy.com. Subscribe to our private group where we're teaching people how to monetize their social media. Again, go to ashcashtv.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Till next time, same place. Peace.